Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. For the supportive oracle cards, the Halloween Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. Found the deck. I'm going to use the deck in case I mentioned it in one of your previous videos and you were aware that I was looking for it. I found it. I'm very happy that I found it. Oh, that could be really good for you. I'm hoping so. Let's see. Why am I thinking the three gates? Like going through three gates. Okay. That's how it feels. We're going through three gates. So let's see where this is going. Starting off, this card. The Underworld with the pomegranate here. Now, when I feel the Underworld, this is kind of like that rough moment where you look at a situation. This reminds me of Capricorn a little bit. A little different, though. You're looking at a situation, and it's like you're feeling. It's like if this is hitting, you're like, I see what I did. I see what, like, it's kind of like I see what I did there. And it's hard. The Underworld is kind of like when you see what you can own of a situation and you don't like it. And it's kind of upsetting. And then you're like, okay, I got to change something here. And it doesn't look, it's not an easy fix. It's not like rearranging the furniture, you know what I mean? It's a big deal. But you're owning something and you're like, all right, this is mine. This is mine. I own this. And you're like, I need to be the one in control of this, and I got to find a way to change this. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that, but I need to do it. It's almost like, having to move like a long distance. You're like, I can't live here anymore. I got to go somewhere else. So now I don't know how I'm going to get out of this area and move over there because that's a big undertaking, but I know I got to do it. You're owning it completely, but it's very scary. It's like you're owning it, but it's very terrifying. Like, oh God, I know that this is mine, and I have to change it, and I have to fix it. That's a lot, even for Taurus. And I know y'all can do a lot. I know you can, but it's like that. This is like intimidating, even to you. You got Night Song with the veil coming in. Oh, this is coming in from the environment, kind of like it's. I feel like when I'm getting this, is kind of like the universe is acknowledging that you're accepting your part in whatever the situation is. And it's almost like the universe is saying, since you're willing to accept it and you want to change it, we're going to try to help you make that happen. It's kind of like you're getting that spiritual backing, that spiritual, like, okay, you're ready. You've seen it. I don't know if this is necessary to say right now, but I'll say it. Everybody has problems. Nobody does anything perfectly. It just does not happen. We all grow up learning survival mechanisms, or what do they call emotions? There's some mechanisms. What's it called? Like we learn how to deal with life and deal with people, and things that work for us when we're young don't work for us when we're older. But those patterns survive. And I just feel like you've identified where a pattern of your own. You're like, this is not good. This is not right. I need to change this. And the universe is like, good, you see it, yes. It's almost like the universe is very proud of you for acknowledging it. And kind of like, now that you're seeing it and now that you want to change it, we want to help you make that happen. Like, the universe is behind you on this. You are owning it. Everybody has something to own. It's just when it comes forward and you can see it, right? The first gate is overwhelming. Overwhelming. I almost feel like this might be a Goldilocks and the Three Bears type of situation. The first one is overwhelming. It's kind of like, ooh, something comes in really quick. A possibility comes in, a situation, a repeat situation, and you're like, oh boy, this is that situation. This is the one that I can own a piece of, and I don't want to repeat it. And I just like, here we go. And you're kind of like, this seems overwhelming. I'm getting the Two of Swords, like you don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I can't have the same outcome I've had before. I can't do that. But it comes in hard and fast. Here it comes. The advice for it, when the first one comes in, do what you do best. Take it slowly. Do what you do best. It's a really, like, Earth is great with that. All right, we're here. We got to handle it one step at a time, one foot in front of the other. Just take it slowly, go into it slowly. Part of what the universe is helping you with is going to gradually show itself slowly. That's your jam, though. That's usually like Taurus's thing. You take things slowly. Y'all can go very fast, and I know that. When you're comfortable with something. But when you're getting used to something new, slow and steady wins the race. You got the illumination coming in. This is the skull of light. Skull of light illumination. As you keep stepping forward, one foot in front of the other, and you take it slow, the thing is, going slowly, a lot of times you notice details that other people may not. For example, if a person runs down a mile of road, like they're running down that mile of road, and you're walking slowly down that same road, it's going to take you a lot longer. True. You're also going to have all that time to absorb what you see around you, what plants are here, what buildings are here, what type of roads are you passing, what's going on, how are people talking to each other, what type of wildlife is going on here, stuff like that. Ooh, look at the birds. Like, you can see so much more detail. The person running, and good for them, that's cool. They have a goal in mind, they're getting to their goal, but they're going to miss out on all these details. All these details you're seeing will aid you and help you and get you farther ahead of where you want to actually be with this situation. The second gate, so much better. Love it. Love the second gate so much better. Because it's going to take you to get through that first gate that you start off like, oh my God, this is overwhelming. Once you get through that one, it took you a long time is what I'm getting. But you've got a lot of tools by the time you get to the end of it. And you got the King of Cups is how you're feeling. When I'm feeling the spider, like sometimes I get communication or community. It does say community here. Web weaving. I'm getting, it's kind of like I know where to go. I know where to find answers. I know where to look at. And like I've caught in a lot of information. I got a lot more tools at my disposal. The second gate is still very cumbersome and very heavy, but this time you're like, yeah, but I know it's going to take me a while to get through this. But the King of Cups is because you're like, but I will, and I know I will. It's not going to be easy. This gate is not easier in any sense, but your confidence level, you're knowing, hey, I got through that first one, and I know I had no idea what I was doing, but I took my time and it slowly came together. This one I'm going to do it again too, and I have other people to lean on. Other people can help me, and I have more references, more points of reference, or more support around me. And you have the Empress around you. This is a great connection. I love the Empress for your energy, because when the Empress is balanced, she takes care of a lot of people, but she also makes sure she's taken care of. She has to be included in the group of people being taken care of. She helps everybody and herself. You know what I mean? She doesn't make dinner just for everybody else. She makes sure she makes something that she would like too, and that she gets taken care of as well. She also would be that one that says, all right, while I'm making dinner, I need you to help me prepare that. I need you to help me prepare that. I'll do this. Get those people over there doing that. And then after dinner, she's like, all right, now that we're done, I'll pick up this. You pick up that. You clean this. She participates, gets together, keeps it in line, but also makes sure everybody is included and participates and contributes. And this is a great energy for you, because this is the energy that's assisting you. Kind of like, yep, I know what you're going through. I know how you're trying to do this. I feel you. This person may have gone through a similar thing to you, and they're kind of like, listen, together we'll work out this Ace of Coins. We'll do this Ace of Pentacles. We'll work this out together, because this time you're going to do this differently, and you're going to get to keep this. This is a different way for you to handle things. This is what you want, and once you get it down, and I feel like that's what she's telling you. The Empress is like, once you get it down, that's yours. That's yours. You get to keep it. And that's something Taurus would love. I'm getting like, yes, I would love to keep that. I want to achieve it and keep it. Yes, I'm achieving it to keep it. The third gate whatever it is, like you went through the first one, didn't know what you were doing. Went through the second one, like it's still a big mountain to climb, but I feel like I can do it. The third one may be the hardest yet, but I'm very confident with it. Now it says Lady de los Muertos. I hope I'm saying that right. Beautiful card. This is a card where you take the reality of the situation and who you actually are, and you meld them together. I want to do things differently. I need things to go differently. I need to have a better outcome. I need to own my own peace. And you have. And I feel at this point you very much have. But now you have to make sure that your true feelings and your true essence are coming through with this. This is like, you've learned the first two lessons. You know how this is supposed to go ideally, right? Now you have to add in your own personal touch to it. And you have to put in your own personal how you feel about it and how you need to live it. This is like the edited version where it's not going to be the same as everybody else's. It's kind of like, I don't know how to say this. Like, it's like cake making. I know that's really pathetic, but I'm going to go for it. You started off with a cake box. A box cake mix, and you're like, it's dry and it's not working and I'm doing something wrong. And then the first stage, somebody's like, well, here's how you add the ingredients and how this is the type of way you want to do it. You don't want to overmix it. You don't want to do this. You don't want to cook it at a too high of a temperature. You don't want to do that. You don't want to cook it under or above this. You want to make sure this is there. Somebody taught you how to cook it. The second one was somebody taught you how to not use a box. They're like, instead of using a box, let's do this. Let's take the ingredients from scratch. And you put them in this way, the way you learned the first time. They take those rules, apply it to this, but we're going to use a better recipe from scratch, and I'm going to teach you how to make different cakes from scratch. Then you're going to have a much better situation. This is like the icing on that cake. All right, all that's done. You already know how to, but you already knew how to make good icing. You are the icing, right? Now you get to color, shape, make this cake look the way you want it to. You got to keep that beauty. You got to keep that deliciousness of this cake. I know. Apparently, I'm having a cake moment. But have it. It has to look beautiful to you. It has to be something that makes sense to you. You have to put your touch on it, your view on it, how you see it, along with the truth that you've learned. You have to take all that truth you've learned, the tools on how to actually do it, the tools of the better recipes and the way to make it from scratch. Take all those tools and now make the type of things you want to make with it and make sure it looks the way you want it to look, so it has your flavor, your signature, if you will, on it. The Skull of Stars is telling me the universe is rooting for you. You can do this. You could definitely do this. I'm getting a lot of possibilities could open up. This could be one of those moments where you go into a new phase of life. It all depends on how well you do with these first two gates, I would say. Because what I'm getting here is you're going to be very happy with yourself because you know you've done well, and you should be. You've got the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Wands. A lot of energy, a lot of effort went into this, but it's like when I see the Queen of Wands for you, that's somebody who's very creative and puts their own spin on things, and you need to do that. You need to be very happy and proud and like, yes, I know the basics, and I took those basics and made something beautiful with them. There's going to be a period of rest where you have to kind of think and sit and just kind of mull it over and decide what you think, decide how you feel, decide where this really fits. It's all about where you take it after that. I feel like that's easily natural for Taurus, to think things out, to mull them over, to kind of like sit on it, like let me think, let me feel this out. I know this, I know that's the process you put it together. I know this is the ingredients you want to use, and these are the quality of the ingredients you want to use and how you want to do that. I know that. Now I want to venture into some new recipes, and I want to apply those two principles to these new recipes and put the icing on and make these beautiful things the way I want to make them. It's going to take you a minute, but you may step into a whole new realm of life. It depends how it goes. Taurus doesn't go into things to waste their time. I know that. But the more you're able to look at yourself, the more you're able to use that information from the underworld and really look at yourself and what you can really own of a situation, the better this outcome's going to be. Because you have to figure out like what I was doing wrong before versus what I should be doing now to make this better. When I look at what was going on before, what was not bad? Like, what was just like my natural personality? What parts were actually not bad? It was just the way I was applying them, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Kind of like making a cake to begin with was not a bad idea. Maybe using a box cake wasn't the worst idea, but it wasn't the best idea. But it's kind of like looking back, like, yeah, but I had the initiative because I wanted to do it. I had ideas that I wanted to create with that first idea. Like, I had a certain thing that I wanted to create. Having that desire and wanting that first thing, I wanted to create this. That's why I started with that. Now that I'm up here, I need to go back and be like, what were those original ideas? Why did I originally want to get into that? Take those ideas, bring them into the future, and apply them with the new rules and see what you can make of it. And that's it. It just kind of stopped right there. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.